Good afternoon, folks. This is Ariel from Momentum BMW in Houston, Texas. Today's session, we're going to go over our intelligence safety features that are in our 2017 X5 3.5 liter vehicle. First, we're going to go over what is the frontal collision warning. Afterwards, we'll do the pedestrian warning, lane departure warning, and also your active blind spot detection. Now, just a quick note, your active blind spot detection, lane departure, and a frontal collision warning are the only three of the intelligence safety that must be over 30 miles an hour in order for it to be active. The only one that does not need that is going to be the pedestrian warning, which of course only will warn you when there's a person walking in front of the vehicle. Say, for example, if you're driving through a parking lot and someone's child happens to walk across or in front of the vehicle, there is what's called brake intervention, and the vehicle will brake to avoid injuring that child. Of course, the frontal collision warning allows you to be warned via if you're driving too close to proximity of another vehicle. Let's say, for example, if you're coming upon a vehicle about 7 to 8 miles an hour faster, it will notify you by giving you a red vehicle right here, right in between the two lane departure lines, then also right here on the heads-up display. Now, as we're going back to our frontal collision warning, once those warnings are set and the red lights come on, and the vehicle can sense that you are still not making a stop and it feels that there is possibly a collision about to happen, the vehicle will brake. Let me turn this back on. Lane departure warning. If you're driving, let's say, for example, long hours and you're exhausted, a lot of the roads in the interstates have what's called these small little borders outside the lane of the highway, where, in fact, let's say, for example, you happen to go over it, it will shake violently. With the lane departure, it gives you the same similar function, but just shaking the steering wheel. So let's say, for example, you're driving in a straight trajectory. If the vehicle even feels that you're starting to turn without using the turn signal, it will automatically assume that you're not paying attention to the road, and of course will vibrate the steering wheel as such. The active blind spot detection. Well, of course, there's two sensors that are in the back of the vehicle, and will detect when there's a vehicle within 200 feet up to the mirrors of the vehicle. As you can see, the blind spot detections have a way of warning you by that small triangle on the driver and on the passenger side. And what those do is that they will illuminate, letting you know that there is something either in your blind spot or close to the blind spot. Usually, a lot of times it's pretty accurate as far as for if in fact you're going to turn or not. So you don't necessarily have to make a left or right turn or use your turn signals. As long as a vehicle is past 30 miles an hour, it will detect an object there, pretty much just warning you not to make the turn, just to keep it safe. Well, thanks for joining in, and hope to see you soon. As you can see, that little triangle illuminated because we had that truck coming upon our blind spot, of course warning us that there is an oncoming vehicle. And again, you don't necessarily have to have your turn signals on because it's always working, and that's why they call it intelligent safety.